Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Suda51 Tier List. This is going to be consistent of the games that he is directed and written for. This will not include the games that he was the executive director for or he wasn't the writer for. So, Light Up Chainsaw will not be included in this for obvious reasons. So, let's get on with it real quick. We're gonna go in random order. I'm not gonna go in order because I think it's more fun that way. So let's start off with Super Fire Pro Wrestling Final Bout. I haven't played it, and the reason is it's because, well, probably put up here because it's not. I don't know if it has been translated, but if it's not been translated, it'll be people haven't played. So I'll put it on. Don't speak Japanese low because of that. Next, we go on to Special. And I haven't really played it, and I have seen the story of it, but I have not really played the game. And well, I have, but it's weird and how it it's not like WWE wrestling or whatever. It's a lot more different because it's wrestling on the Super NES console rather than the N64 or the other consoles. Other consoles. So yeah. And I don't care too much about to actually learn how to play the game, so I'm gonna leave that out. Alright, so the next game we have is going to Samurai Champloo. Well, the thing about that is the story is not like Samurai Champloo at all. It has nothing to do with the plot itself. It's more like a filler episode, if you will. You play as two characters like Mugen and Jin, and basically it's and that third character, I forgot his name, and that's about it. Honestly, the story is just solidified. It's not really groundbreaking, whatever. You can kind of tell this game was just made for just to get some money out of it, which it didn't make any sales, but. Yeah, so Samurai Champloo, I'm going to put in loser because I get it was trying to be a bit different than what the games like graphic games are used to, but I'm putting it on there because honestly, it's just not good. It's not great enough to go the whole playthrough. And when I played it, I was bored all the way through, so it's going in the loser category. Next, we're going with Killer is Dead. Killer is Dead is... It's okay. I played a bit of it. I didn't like how the leveling system up was. The story is really, really bonkers. But I think it's actually expected from Suda51. The only problem is I have not played this game all the way through. I have finished it. But for what I played, I want to put it not the best, but it's alright. Because really, it's alright for what it is. I didn't hate it, but it doesn't entice me to play the whole game. Next we go on to where is the silver? Yeah, here it is. The Silver Case, aka Grasshopper's first game. It's a product of its time, but I enjoy it for what it is. I'm gonna put it in awesome because the game is fantastic. I just recently replayed it for this game right here, but for what I played, it is really good. I really love it. The characters are awesome. The story is kind of drops the ball sometimes, but for what it was, it is a pretty good video game. And of course, at the time of it is, if I would have saw it and played this game on the PS1, I would have instantly loved it. But of course, we didn't get this game until like 2016, so take it for what you will. Next, we're gonna go over to I included Light Up Chainsaw because he did write for it. He did write for it. Okay, my bad. He did write for it. Now, this is funny because this is the only game that my family relative had one time because she thought it was a girl, like she likes girly games because she's a girl, and This is one of the games she picked up, and I didn't know at the time. This is Suda wrote this. I didn't know, because at the time I was just like what people would call an NPC. So until my mind was open until I saw this, and going back into looking at it, I'm putting on there. I mean, look, this is at the time when Grasshopper was going through a rough time of going to different publishers and developers. So, I mean, some of the jokes don't fall in today's society, but it's a product of its time, at least. The jokes, at least. You can tell this James Gunn's wrote some of it too, because it just has a unique style to it. But Life of Chainsaw gets to be next to Killer is Dead. And if you play Killer is Dead and Life of Chainsaw, they have references to each other. Alright, so we're going to go over to the Twilight games. I think this is a Twilight game right here. These two Twilight games. I'm going to put all of them in I don't see Japanese. This is either Twilight Syndrome or Moonlight Syndrome, I think. I have yet to play these games because they're not translated. I don't know if Twilight Syndrome is translated. Either two ones are translated, but if they are, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to play them. I know Moonlight Syndrome is being worked on. I really want to play that game. I really want to because it's more psychological horror, and I love psychological horror, especially when it comes to Japanese media. So with that being said, I would really want to play these games like one of these days. But for right now, it's just I had to put them in the list. You know, I'd probably remake this list if I do get to eventually play like all these three games in this I don't see Japanese category. So yeah. Next, we go on to Shadows of the Damned, and I'm gonna put in an awesome because I like the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty cool. Some of the jokes are not, obviously, penis jokes, but what it is, I mean, I enjoyed it. I like it. You know, it's a fun adventure game. I always like games that had two characters in there, interesting characters, and they provide a lot of commentary. Like Johnson and Garcia is probably the best partner in crime, if you will, characters, and they have a lot of good chemistry. Even though, funny enough, Steve Bloom, who voices Garcia, did not interact or did not talk to I think Ellis. I forgot his name. His name Ellis. He did not spoke to him. Wasn't even in the same booth at the time. So it's amazing how they had good chemistry together. Next, you go on to the big magnum opus, No More Heroes. That gets the hit. Oh my god, let me tell you. No More Heroes is a game that I would never regret playing. I still have the game. I still have the original Wii copy on my desk somewhere, but No More Heroes is the best. Like, not the best, but we'll get to that. But it's a very good game. I would never ever not cherish this game at all. If you were at the time, looked at the Wii, No More Heroes was like on top bill because it's a game that defined what the Wii could do. Instead of like the family-friendly games that like Mario or tennis or whatever, this game just tells you, you know what, we're just not kiddie games, and I think this is what it is. I mean, it does have some off-the-world moments in there, but that's what makes it charming. Travis as a protagonist is pretty cool, and kind of guy I want to aspire to be. Not really, but yeah, the characters are awesome. I have not got bored with any characters. The way it's written is pretty cool. The cutscenes are a defining moment of what No More Heroes makes No More Heroes No More Heroes. The gameplay it's addictive, kind of. But it's kind of like the power fantasy basically, because there's a slot machine where if you kill an enemy, you get a slot machine, and if it activates like eggplant, you get a special mode. Like you go Super Saiyan, and you slice any of the enemies in any way. So it's kind of more of a para fantasy if you think. Alright, so we're going to go over to the 25th ward, and I'm going to put it in awesome, not hit, awesome. 25th ward is a game that I would never, it's like a game you have to play the first time and have to figure out what's going on the second time, even though you'll still be confused by it. I think at the time, Suda had that mindset, could have said mindset, so having this game released at that same year kind of just solidifies what Suda51 was going for. It has a lot of heavy themes in there, even in there as the crime detective type game, and it plays it really well. You know, I never regret what I played. I hardly remember what I played, but for what I did, I enjoyed it for what it was. I wouldn't say it's better than the Silver Case, but it does have a lot of moments that I do like in the game. Also, there's a lot more to do in the 25th ward, where you have to remember some passcodes every time instead of just using the quick switch and using to get past the area like you did in the Silver Case. So that's been the bigger plus. Alright, so next we are going to go over Flowers, Sun, and Rain. And I'm going to put it in awesome. Now, I have not played the PS2 version, so this is going to be the DS version. The DS version, it's like you really have the good and the bad, right? The good is that it's a game that's punk. And what I mean by that is that the game allows you to walk. Allows you to walk. And walk and walk. It's a game that you have to really play all the way through in order to get past it. That's why I kind of put it behind 25th Ward, because it's a game that is really complicated, and it's really going to get on your nerves really quickly. But if you're able to, you know, be patient enough to not for those things to weigh you down, then this is the game for you. But like I said, you're gonna do a lot of walking in the game, and I appreciate for what it is, because like it makes it feel like Suda was ahead of his time, because most of the games nowadays will have you walk every time. So yeah, but in this case, this game was like really good. I like the characters and the whole mind trip it has. And like I said, I never regret playing it. After I finished it, I felt satisfied. Next, we go on to Black Knight Sword. Haven't played. I'm sorry, I don't have a PS3, so I can't really play it. But for what I've seen, it seems like a side-scrolling Metroidvania type game. And I would love to play it eventually, but for right now I can't, so it's gonna be haven't played yet. Hopefully Grasshopper re-release this game. I can't say much other than those things. Next we go on to Feather Frame 4, and I want to put this here because I'm gonna put it, I could put it in haven't played it and put this here. This is both for the re-release and the Japanese original re-release. So no, I haven't played this game. I heard Suda have written for it, but how far he's written for this game, I'm not sure. But I'll have to play it eventually. But I don't know if they actually rewrote the script for the re-release of the game. So this is all I know. So yeah, that's a very weird game for Grasshopper, kind of. All right, now we go on to I thought about to put this is Twilight Citizen Search, and that's investigation. This is investigation. This is searched. I'm gonna put the same here because I haven't played it. Next we got I haven't played this game either. This is called, I think it's called Guild 01 or Liberation Mana. Yeah, Liberation Mana. Haven't played it, and what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. It's more of like it's like a weird shooter type game. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a weird shooter type game. Suda did write for it, but yeah, like I don't have a 3DS, and I don't know if I can emulate it on the 3DS emulation. So this is the best I got. So yeah, I really want to play it. Hopefully sometime. Next, to go into Blood Plus, and I want to put. I don't speak Japanese. Blood Plus has the aesthetic of Killer 7, and that's what kind of drew me in when I first played it. But as of right now, I cannot speak Japanese, so I'm gonna put it in there. All right, we got a couple more down. Haven't played short. We going short days. Haven't played it at all. I'll get to it eventually, but for right now, it's just going to be on the shelf. I don't really care too much about playing the game, so yeah. His Liberation Maiden, the sequel, which I think was written by Suda. So yeah, same thing. I haven't seen gameplay of it, so yeah. Now we're going to the last 5. And these are the 3 controversial games. Killer 7 hit. Killer 7 is the best game of all time Suda has directed and written for. It had Capcom on it as well, but that didn't stop him from releasing like what he wanted for the game. Like, this is all Suda, in my opinion. Like, the game is just so spectacular from left to right. I know the gameplay kind of, you know, gets people, like, pushes people away, but that's what makes it charming for me, because it's not for everybody, and the gameplay for me is like so unique that it keeps me hooked on it. The story, it's a bit like more politics, and it's kind of like mind screwy, if you will. It's like their plot is just constantly changing, and it's constantly chasing villains every single left and right, but the Heaven Smiles are still there, so they are the same enemies that we've seen. But what more can I say about Killer 7 than has been said already? Go play it. It's a good game. Travis Strikes Again is another one I like a lot. The gameplay is not as good, but the story is just the best story of No More Heroes I've ever seen. And it's more of a story about being back than it is like a sequel to No More Heroes 2. And I feel bad people missed out on the story, because the story is very, very heartwarming. It's like the creator's telling us his life story through a video game, and that's what I like about it, because this is what it feels like when you play it. I'm gonna rate No More Heroes last. So next, going to No More Heroes 2. I'll put it not the best, but it's alright. I don't think it's the worst No More Heroes game. I really don't think it's the worst No More Heroes game. I recently played it 2 months ago, and it's not the worst game, really. It's not the worst game at all. But it is a game that has a lot of physics on there, and that's impressive even for the Wii. You know what the physics I'm talking about. But yeah, so I give it not the best, but it's alright. I don't think any of the games are that bad to where it's semi-like bad, but this game is alright. It's not, like I said, it's not the best, but it's alright. I mean, I just, that's all I gotta say from here. But Travis is more of like serious and stuff like that. It's a bit more wacky, and yeah. So No More Heroes 2 gets on that list. We'll rate No More Heroes last. So No More Heroes 3. Again, it's not the worst, but it's not the greatest. And I put it behind No More Heroes 2 because I find No More Heroes 2. Well, no, let me do it. No More Heroes 3 is a bit better than No More Heroes 2, story-wise. But I mean, Suda tried his best, but I mean, it's not the best Grasshopper game I've ever played. I mean, look at the top 3 row, but I think this is when they're losing their edge at that point, which is kind of funny because you got games like TSA where it feels like they are Grasshopper, they're back, but Number 3 just tells you like, oh no, they still got a little fire, you know. And then finally, Warmer was a dead man. I'm putting it here. I haven't explained this, but like the story is alright. The gameplay is either hit or miss. I find the gameplay to be at least unique enough to where it's different, but not unique enough to where I get frustrated sometimes, because the game is janky, and it's really, really janky what it is. And it's kind of fun because you think that Grasshopper would at least get rid of that jank, but no, they don't. So it's kind of funny because it's running on Unreal Engine 5, and it doesn't look good in Unreal Engine 5. I don't think any games look good in Unreal Engine 5, in my opinion, unless you're counting Fit of Fury, but that was a bit different. But yeah, I find Warming as a Dead Man not to be the best game of all time. It's not the worst, but I think Grasshopper should try it a little bit better than that. So that's my whole tier list of all the Grasshopper games. I'm sorry, I was kind of out of breath doing this. So I will link the list down in the comments down below. So if you want to make your own ranking on these games, you can. So yeah, this is my final ranking. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more videos on the way. Peace.